Hi folks, welcome to my channel. Today we are gonna use and create objects and create new classes. Let's just try to organize our project here. So I want to just change the name of the project. We can do this here with refactor rename, and then I will call that Java course. That's it. This is enough. Okay, and then I want to create a package. You can see here this is a default package. Every Java program, Java project has a default package. Okay, actually we should not use the default packages. We should create our packages. What are packages? Well, it is actually just a folder, and this is a way to just structure, to organize our application, our program. Okay, so you can click here, new Java package, and usually we write packages name so with com, and then we give the name of the package, let's say data types, and that's it. And we click on finish, and we have now this package. Okay, and now I want just to move these classes in this package. So and now we have the name of the classes here, and then it's new packages, and we don't have the default package anymore. Actually, I did a mistake, because we can call this package whatever we want, but usually we use the com point dot the company name. We don't have a company name, it's just a course. Let's call that now, for example, Java course. Okay, and then the package name itself. We are updating the package. So now that the package is updated, we can see here com at Java course data types and so on. Okay, so let's create a new package, and I won't call this package objects. Okay, and so we have now a package here and another package here. Here I want to create a new class, and I want to call this class let's say laptop. And we have here this class, and we have here the class laptop. As you can see, I didn't choose the public static void method. Why? Because this is only an object class. So it is a class. It is with this class we will create an object of type laptop. Okay, so what are the characteristics of a laptop? Well, or the attributes? Well, for example, an integer for a price. Okay, then should have let's say a name, so string name. Okay, then should have let's say model name here. Okay, model name. Okay, then should have some characteristics, for example, let's say an integer for the RAM. Okay, and an integer for the hard drive, how big the hard drive is, and so on. Okay, I want just to keep it simple. Okay, so now I want to create a constructor. What is a constructor? So the constructor is actually the model that we use when we will create the object laptop. Okay, so let's create this constructor public, just like here, public. And then the constructor name must have the same name as the class name, so laptop. So in here, but we treat actually this as a method. So it means that laptop takes some values, some attributes, the int price, the string model name, model name, the integer RAM, and the integer hard drive. Okay, so we use this for building the next laptops that we want to build. Let's say we are Lenovo, let's say we are Apple. We will just create new laptops according to these attributes, because these attributes are attributes that every laptop has. Okay, so and then we use the word this price. As you can see here, we have now the attributes that we already wrote here. Okay, so and then we want the price equal to price, and then model name equal to model name, and then this the RAM equal to RAM, and this hard drive equal to hard drive. Okay, that's it. So the question is, what is this word? We are saying, let's suppose that we create this object laptop like we create like string. Okay, so we are in a main method somewhere in another class. Okay, and then we want to create this laptop in another class, so not here. Okay, and we create this object giving these attributes, and that means that the value that we'll give here must be equal to this price. Okay, so the value that we give here must be equal to this price, to this value here. Can show you this if we create, for example, a new class. Let's create a new class that we call just a laptop builder. Okay, in this case with the public static void main method. So I have here a class laptop builder. Okay, so now I create this object. It means that I can use this object everywhere. By the way, you can see here we are in the package com.javacourse.object, which is right because we are here. So okay, if you find the package, it means that this class is in this package. Okay, so now I want to use what we coded, the laptop class, in another class, which have this method, for example. Okay, the main method. Of course, I can just create another method and just use the laptop class in another method. So let's keep it simple now. So how can I create this this object? Well, it's very simple. You can see we have here now the laptop, which is what we created from the package com.javacourse.objects, which is what we created. Okay, we click on it and we call that laptop1 equal to new, because we are creating a new object, and we have to give again this new laptop. In this case, you can see we have something. We have the constructor here, which is what we wrote here: int price, model name, RAM, drive. Okay, which is here. So we have to give the values that we want. Let's say the price is an integer, let's say 1000. The model name, let's say the null name, it's a string. Let's say it is, I don't know, CP345, something like that. The RAM, let's say the RAM is 8 gigabytes, and the hard drive is 1 terabyte. Okay. So we have created the object laptop. So let's understand what does it mean. So it means that we use the class laptop in order to create a new object, and we can create this object laptop because we create this class. And we already said that this class is actually a model that we use in order to create new objects. Okay, like a car general is just a model to create a lot of cars, because every car must have tires, every car must have a color, a brand name, and so on. And also here, every laptop must have a cost, must have a price, must have a model name, must have a RAM, and so on. Okay. So when we say here, when we write here 1000, we are giving this value to this method here, to this constructor. It's actually not a method. It seems like a method here. Okay, and we are saying here with this line that the value that we get, which is 1000, should be put in this variable price. Okay, so we get the value price here, and we put this value in this variable. Why are we using this? Well, this is because we have two variables in this case, this price and this price. So in order to understand what are we meaning, we write this, and with this it means the variable of this class. Okay, not the variable that we get, the value that we get, but the variable of this class. Why are we doing that? Well, because how could you just change the name of price? Price is just price. A laptop as a price. You can just free a cost, but it's not the same. Well, so like model name, there is one name. It's model name. You cannot use another name for intending the name of the model of your laptop. Okay. So, and why is this important? Well, it is important because you can, of course, we want to use these values. We have now price is equal to 1000, which is here, okay? This price. So we can use, for example, to this value to create a new method, and in this method just calculate an offer, some sale, and so on. Okay, but we have to use the value, the standard price of this laptop that we created here, which is now stored in this variable. Okay, so but how can we work on this? We can create the so-called getters and setters. Getters and setters are just methods and are just standards in Java and in object-oriented programming languages. So what does it mean? It means that with get methods, we just get the values of the variables. With set methods, we just set the value of the variables. So let's just create these getters and setters. Public. And this we are creating now a getter method. This method get back will return the data type of the variable. In this case is int. We call this method get price, and it just return price. That's it. For setters, we use again public. We can set here void, and we call this method set price. This set price, of course, get a price, so we have to give a value. We call that price. And we say this price equal to price. So what does it mean? It means, let's say this laptop now costs 1,000 euros, dollars, okay? But in 1 week, in 2 weeks, it will be cheaper. So I have to change the price of this laptop. I don't want to create the laptop again. I mean, this is the laptop that I want to sell, okay? So in this case, I have to change the value. How can I do that? Well, I can do that if I use this method, a function, in which I give the new value that I want to change, the new value, and I put it in this variable. This variable was before 1,000. Why? Because when we created the object through this constructor, we give the value 1,000. Then when we call this method and we give, I don't know, something like 800, okay, the value 800 will be stored in this variable. So the price of this laptop will change. And we can do that with every attribute of this class. For example, the model name can also change. Let's say public int, sorry, this is a string, we call that get model name, and we return model name. Why? Well, let's say I want to know the model name of this laptop. I have to call this method because this method returns a string, and the model name is of course a string. Okay, so now I want to set again a method, a setter. Return a string. We call this method set model name. This set model name takes a string that we call again model name, and we change the value model name with this other one, model name. And that's it. There is an error, model name, I don't know why. Let's take a look. Sorry, because this is, of course, this is void, because we don't want the result, we want just set the value. So now we created we changed the value, we set the getters and setters of the value RAM here, of the variable RAM. Public void, public int get RAM and return RAM. So, and now we want to create a public void set RAM. It takes a RAM value, a value of type integer, and then this RAM equal to RAM. And then I will do the same. Actually, you can just do that. It is important that you just learn that. You can just do that automatically if you just click on here, and then you go to source, and then you go generate getters and setters. And if you click here, you have only hard drive. Why? Because we already created the getters and setters for the other variables. Okay, so we want getters and setters of hard drive, and automatically the name will be of this method get hard drive, set hard drive. We want it, we generate it, and we have here the generated get hard drive and set hard drive. Okay, you can also use that, but it's important at the beginning that you just write the code. It's because you just understand better a new exercise. Okay, so that's it. I created now this method here. Okay, and let's say I want to change now the price. How can I do that? Laptop is an object. It means that I can use it. I can use the methods of this class. You can remember that we used a class string, and when we created a string, we had access to a couple of methods which were already implemented from the people who just coded the world Java programming languages. And this is pretty much the same. So I can use the object laptop 1, and then I use a tab adopt, and I have access to a couple of methods. I have standard methods. These standard methods come from the a superclass object. Every object that we created comes from a superclass object. Okay, so and these are standard methods already implemented. And then we have our methods, which comes with the new class that we created, laptop. Here, get hard drive, get model name. This is what we have done. Get price, get RAM, and so on. Okay, and in this case, I want to change the price. Okay, so I just set here, set price, and I want to change it now to 800. Okay, so I want to show you the difference. At the beginning, I just create the object. So I want to print now something like the price of this laptop is, and then I use laptop get price. Okay, now I change the price of this laptop, and I want to do that again. Copy, paste. The price of this laptop is now laptop 1 dot get price. So if we run the application, we have, in the first case, the price of this laptop is 1000, which is what we gave here. And then we change the value, and this is now 800 because we change it. Okay, so we can do that with everything we want. Let's say I want to change the method, the model name. Again, model laptop 1 set model name, and I want to call that, let's say, MacBook. Okay, and then I want just to print the name. I want to say the name of this laptop is laptop get model name. Okay, if I run it, I have now the name of this laptop is MacBook. Okay, before was, if I copy and paste this one here, this one here, and we run it, we have CP345, which is this value here, and then we change it and we have this one. So this is how we create objects, and now we can just have access to these objects. This is really important. Okay, let's say I want to just have the wall values. I want just to print in the console or somewhere the wall values of this object. How can I do that? Well, I should create here another method. The name of this method is toString, that will just create a new method where every value will be just printed. Okay, if I call it. I just want to create this automatically, so click here on the right bottom of the mouse and then go to source and then go to generate to string. I want all fields, so all attributes, price, model, name, RAM, hard drive, and so on, generate. And I have now this method toString, which gives back a string. Okay, what is the string? Well, the string is the laptop, which is the name of the class, with every attributes, value of every attributes. Okay, of course I can just change that. For example, we have square brackets. I can change it. It's okay. Or you can this is just a string, so you can write whatever you want. Okay, so now if I run this one here and I say system out print line and then laptop 1, I have now a new method which is toString. If I found it, toString here, toString from the class laptop. Okay, I click here, and if I run now my program, I have the whole set of prices and so on, and plus I have laptop 1 price equal to 800, model name MacBook, RAM 8, and hard drive 1. Okay, this is a list. Let's say it's a list at the moment of what of this objects, of the wall characteristics and attributes of this object. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. Please subscribe and thumb up. See you in the next video. Bye.